Hey everyone, Colgate here, and today I want to talk about Villager's recovery, which is his balloons. Now, before, in the olden days, you could actually go all the way up into the blast zone with this thing, without a care in the world. But, of course, they decided it was too powerful, so they nerfed it. And now it works on a helium-based system, which I will explain because everyone seems to get it wrong. It's kinda like Rob's, but not quite. There's two main differences. Difference number one. If Rob uses a B, and he just uses it for a little while, and he lands, he still has a bunch of fuel left, so even if you knock him back, or, knock him out again, he can still come back because he still has that fuel. On the other hand, if Villager uses his fuel even a little bit, like this for example, we just go like, up B and then we'll cancel it, and I'll hold up B, he doesn't go far at all. Because his helium gets spent no matter the distance he travels, it just gets spent immediately. So that's pretty terrible. But, on the bright side, one other difference, and the other major difference from Rob's recovery, is that Rob can only recharge his helium on the ground. Villager can actually recharge his in the air. Which is why, for example, if I have a motion sensor bomb, or a bomb now, if I have a motion sensor bomb right here, and I up B like that, and I'll live, of course, but I'm falling, so I have, boom. See, I have enough helium to make it back. But if I just use this helium, and then I just throw myself out and try to come back, I can't, because my helium hasn't had time to recover. So it's really important to note that when fighting a villager, balloons may stop your spike attempts if you're not, like 100% precise, because they're cool like that. But if you're able to spike Villager, that's actually really good, because then he has to like work his way back onto the stage, and it's really hard for him to do that. Like if he's right here, yeah, see, there we go. Especially if you like two-frame him with a spike, or if you spike him from the ledge. Like if he just gets here and you spike him, and he has to come back, he could do it. But like, it'll be risky. Because he may just run out. But that's basically about it in terms of the differences. As well as, of course, Villager can't attack, yada yada. One other thing I want to mention is, recovering high as Villager is not a bad idea. Villager is really good at recovering high. Why, you may ask? Because his recovery... Well, first off, I didn't let it recharge fully. So one thing I want to note. If Villager gets out of his balloons, he'll have like 30-something frames of landing lag when he falls, so it's really punishable. But if you fall with the balloons, like if you land with the balloons, you'll actually have only a tiny bit of lag, which is like 20 frames or so, like 20 frames, 22 maybe. I've actually avoided so many punishes just by like recovering high. Let me kill myself real quick, because helium charge does take like 10 seconds or so. So I've like recovered high, and then I just go like this and try to mix them up, and I land with basically no lag because cool beans. So recovering high as Villager's not bad, because if you're able to land while still having the balloons, then you're Gucci, because they'll probably miss their punish. One other thing to note, Villager's air mobility is pretty garbage. Like, this is how far he gets with 2 jumps. Like here. That's literally it. Just boom, boom. Meanwhile, if you use his jump and balloons, he'll reach, a lot further, especially if you, like, tap on the balloons. And, like, a little bit. Because reasons. But, one other thing to note is that Villager can't actually turn that while in the air. Like, if he jumps from here and wants to go back, he can only go back to, like, the place he started. But if you balloon here, you can go just whoop, 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 and mix up your landing. Again, try to land before the balloons pop, so you can avoid any hard punishes for the most part. Unless they catch on you're spamming it, and they, like, up air you or up smash you as Mario, etc. In which case, you might as well just like be reverse pocket, or just grab the ledge like a normal person. Maybe Lloyd stall. maybe wall Lloyd stall a little bit, you know? Though if you mess up, you're kind of screwed. But, that's all I really wanted to say. I mean, there's not much to Villager's Recovery. As we know, you know, it is one of the best recoveries in the game. You can come back from pretty much anywhere as long as you have your balloons. You just whoop, 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 whoop. Boom. And land safely. But, of course, there are limitations, as we've, you know, discovered and discussed. Such as the fact that if you land without your balloons, you get a lot of lag. And, of course, you know, can't really hit anyone while doing the balloons. But again, don't be afraid to recover high. It's always a good option, especially on, like, Battlefield and such. It's great. One other thing, by the way, if you're right here in the air, you can Lloyd do this and do this. Okay, so I'm gonna slow that down so I can explain better. So if you're like right here, out here in the air, like at this distance, you're knocked off, you can Lloyd, and then if you jump and fast fall, you can assume the Lloyd actually goes past the edge and hits their shield. You can actually jab a shield before they can grab you. Because the Lloyd is going to come through, but before the Lloyd, you're going to hit with a slingshot, and then the Lloyd's going to come through, and then as you're landing with the slingshot, with no lag by the way, then you can just bloop, 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 jab their shield. And most people will fall for it. You can also try like doing this. It's just something to take note of. But again, you know, just be careful with your villager recoveries. Always try to Lloyd stall when possible. And this is why it's actually very important. Or not important, but like it's useful to know how to I'm dead, aren't I? Yep. It's useful to know how to Lloyd stall in the blast zones. Because if you could do that, I did it wrong, but yeah, that was my fault. But if you get knocked off and you can Lloyd stall in the blast zones, you're gonna be very well off. Because you can actually, you know, buy yourself some time. I mean, you know, if you don't mess up like a scrub, aka me, you can buy yourself some time with that. Because if you have no helium, that's a good way to preserve or restore your fuel. I'm really bad at it still, but you should get good at it. It's actually not, I don't know. It's not super vital, but like if you have the time to practice, I would say go for it. Also, it can lead to some pretty janky timeouts, if I do say so myself. Let's see if I can survive from here, can I? Wow. Okay. And there's also the Lloyd rocket, which a lot of people don't like recovering with it because you get a lot of lag and you're pretty vulnerable. But there are a few exceptions to this. If you ride it on the like until the wall, this is actually not a bad recovery. No, like it's not that bad unless your opponent like fully expects it. You just whoop. And you just grab onto the ledge. The lower you can get it, the better. So you can hope to sweet spot. Like that. That is actually not a bad recovery. If your opponent's like chic and doesn't really have a spike, this is fine. Like recovering like that is no problem because it's a fast recovery. And you'll not really snap to the ledge, but you know, you'll be there. Boom, there we go. Another way to do it, oops. Another way to do it is to have a tree set up so that you can ride Lloyd into it and you still you don't go into freefall because of it, because the tree's there and the tree counts as a thing you can hit. So does the opponent, by the way, just to let y'all know. But yeah, there's a few. So the main things to consider are mix up your balloon recovery. Don't be afraid to Lloyd recover sometimes, like if you're like up high at low percent. Or like over here, like way out here. it's alright to just do this, unless your opponent again has like a spike or a strong move that'll kill you. Because you're not gonna die from this, like most likely you're just not. And of course, always try to use Lloyd to your advantage. If you're out here, Lloyd, slingshot, fast fall, do this. This is really important to practice, slingshot and fast fall, because then you can actually just jab. So like, you're out here, you slingshot and then fast fall. Slingshot their shield, fast fall. I'm bad at it though. In matches I could do it better, because I just feel the flow more, but oh, you know what? Get out of there, Info. I just feel the flow of the match more. Well, this is important to know. It's also important to know that you could do this and land without lag. So if you want to, hold on. So if you want to do this, there you go. So you can do that and just fast fall without lag. If you hold shield, once you do this, like the back air or forward air and then fast fall, it's kind of funny because you will shield if you're up high, but if you're like closer to the ground, it'll actually read it as a spot dodge, so you'll do like a frame perfect spot dodge, which I mean, I guess if you want to do that, that's pretty cool. But that's about the extent of it. There's not much to cover in Villager's Recovery. I'm not gonna be doing the second part of the stage list unless they bring back the other stages, so I'm leaving it open for now. But I don't see why make a stage guide for Duck Hunt and Lilat for Villager if one, I'm not super familiar on those stages, and two, like, you know, freaking, I don't know. I feel he would just get by. What was I gonna say? I just lost track of time, or lost track of thought. Can I say I'm thirsty actually. But anyway, so yeah, I don't see the point of making one if it's just gonna be irrelevant. Because why would I do that? The next guide I want to do is probably like a neutral or combo guide, kill setup guide maybe, something like that. So we'll see. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's happening in the hood. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as you enjoyed the stage one, because I enjoyed making it, because I really wanted to dispel the whole like Villager's Recovery is equal to Rob's or whatever thing that people seem to think. Although it was more prevalent, like, I don't know, I don't think it was as prevalent in 2016, but oh well, that was a long time ago. Literally like 36 days ago. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching, and have a good one.